My name is Neil McKenzie. I'm Vice President of Marketing here at Universal Furniture, and we are really excited about the educational lineup that we have this market. 15 events here in the space, starting with our friends from Half United. So Carmin is going to share your brand, your story, what you guys do. You have an amazing pop-up space in the lobby. And I think that's all drop shippable for people, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yep. So. And they can take it here too. So there's some really cool things for you to check out. But we're honored to have you guys here, not only here speaking, but also here, I think, sharing what you guys do. And I think from designers that are coming through, we're hearing great feedback just in terms of what they're seeing, and it's fun to shop. Yeah. So thanks for sharing your story. We look forward to learning more, and thank you everyone for coming to Universal. If you want to shop the showroom afterwards, which we highly encourage you to do so, simply check in at the front desk and they will get you situated. We also have these scanners that allow you to actually shop the showroom in real time, so you can scan everything that has been tagged, and all those items will go to a virtual cart, and then when you check out, you'll get an email with everything that you scan, so it's easier than taking photos. So I will hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello to our newcomers. Guys, thanks for joining. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my name is Carmin Black, and I am one of the founders of a company, like Neil said, that is right outside. We're having a little pop-up. It's called Half United, and that's kind of a weird, name. It's like, what does that mean? Are you halfway united? Well, we love when people do that and say, what does that mean? Because the idea 13 years ago when we named our brand Half United is that, I don't know if people know or realize or whatever, but half of the world lives in poverty, like literally half. So that's geographically, obviously not population size, but probably pretty close as well. And half doesn't. And so if we could unite together, we really believe at Half United that, we could actually stop this. So that is why we are in business, to fight hunger and fight poverty. And I'm really excited to talk to you guys about how I have been able to combine my love of fashion with my love of philanthropy to, create basically a brand that gives back. So for every product that you purchase from Half United, we give 7 meals per product sold. And in addition to that, we now gainfully employ hundreds of men and women in 8 different nations all around the world, from Bangladesh, Peru, Mexico, India, Djibouti, and Africa. We work in Haiti a lot. And what I'm going to speak about today to you guys is the fact that gainful employment, as we learned after giving away 2.5 million meals, is actually the way to fight hunger and poverty. And I'll talk to you about that. So Tara, who's actually our COO, not just our Digitech, she is we're going to start by showing you guys a video. And if we could, while we show the video, drop the lights, that would be awesome. And then this is a video that basically just shows you a little bit of what we do in Haiti. It's actually so much more than this, but this is a fun little visual, and then we'll talk more after that.
Why do we do what we do? Maybe the more important question is, why do we not do things? Maybe fear holds us back. One thing is certain. Just on the other side of fear, God has placed the most amazing things. Maybe it won't work out. Maybe I will fail. Just go. You'll never know what you can accomplish if you never try.
Okay. Okay, so cool. So that's obviously us in Haiti, which, I know all those people and I see all those kids, on a regular basis. So for me, it's like, oh my gosh. But Tara, let's show them our website. So, so we work in Haiti, but from a business standpoint, we have to make sure that our product design and, the things that we curate and the things that we make are high quality, because when we take these goods that we make in places like Haiti to the open market, I think everybody's intention is to, get care and want to give back and all that stuff. But the truth is, if we don't like the product, if it's not in a price point that customers want to pay, if they don't feel like the quality is good, they're not going to buy it. And they haven't been to Haiti and hugged those children's necks, and they don't know Mama Haiti and these people. And so, we try to work really hard to provide really high quality products. So anything from, candles to jewelry, hand-blown glass that's made in Mexico, blankets from Morocco, all of this stuff we actually design in-house against the artisans that we work with, their skill sets. We take things that they do and we adapt them to what we hope women in the American market want to purchase. Because a lot of times, like, for example, if we go to Guatemala, the patterns and the fabrics there are beautiful, but the construction that they often make and sell in the marketplaces, we want to pay $14 for or something, and that's ultimately not going to help get them out of poverty. So, so that's why we have a pretty diverse product offering, and we do, after years and years, we started with jewelry, but now we do a lot of different categories. But okay, so Tara is going to prompt me with a couple of questions, and then after that, especially since there are only so few of us, I would love to just have a conversation. Why did you guys attend today? What is it that you were hoping to learn? How can, I share what not to do for your businesses, because I've probably done it and have learned don't do that again.
All right, so you talked a little bit about where we fight hunger with Half United all around the globe. Tell us about one of your favorite stories from one of those locations.
Okay. Okay, so this is kind of a sad story, but it's one of my favorites because it was a real pivotal moment for me. So when we first started working in Haiti, I should tell you guys that for the first 8 years of being in operation, we, as in our staff and our team of unpaid college interns, because we started this business with $200 and had no money I didn't pay myself for the first 4 years of owning this company. But we used to hand make all of our products. And so it was 5 or 6 years in, we had gotten a call from Tom's Shoes, which I think by that point was, making $500 million a year, selling shoes that gave back to kids in need. And they're like, hey, we really love your brand. We would love to partner with you guys. And we're like, oh my gosh, okay, that's great. So they invited us to Haiti. And when we went for the first time, I remember flying in and just seeing the poverty that you can, it surrounds the airport, shacks that people live in. And we had a wonderful time with Tom's, and when we left, my brother, who is in that video, he has the tattoos, he's our co-founder, he said, Carmin, we can't just come to this place and now not do anything. He goes, can't you see what is needed in Haiti is gainful employment? He's like, they don't need meals, they don't need toiletry handouts, they need jobs. Because in Haiti, the economy is so volatile that there's nothing to sell, therefore there's no one to buy. And so the economy is just it's pretty unstable. So he's like, let's go back, let's design some products. It'll be our first time not hand making our own things. Let's go to Haiti, let's find people that can hand make our products. So we did that. We went and we worked with this beading cooperative. At the time, the organization was called Papillon Enterprises. And there was this woman named Angeline that I just fell in love with. She just did the most beautiful beadwork, and we had gone there a couple of times, and I said, Angeline, I heard from some of the other workers that you live around the corner. Can you show me where you live? I want to see really how you guys live. And she said, yeah. So she took me down this hill and literally through really a village of shacks, like lean-tos. And I went in, she's like, here's my home. And her home was probably as big as this little platform that I'm standing on now. She has 5 children. She's a single mom. Her floors were dirt. And her home was made of plywood that like none of us would ever use on our homes. We would never, I mean, it's old, dirty, ransacked. And so I go inside and she's got a pile of like Tupperware and then a pile of like charcoal that she would sit pots on and burn charcoal inside of her little shack. And it was divided, like there was the front room with like charcoal and this place she would cook, and then clothing was piled here. And then we went in the back and there was this little platform made of plywood, and I saw Half United's packing paper all over the back floor and all over this platform. And I said, Angeline, why do you have our packing paper here? And she said, well, this is what I have my children sleeping on. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, no, we cannot have this. So we ended up, buying them mattresses and trying to help Angeline. But it's those types of things that it's like, when I stand out in our pop-up and, we try to dress up and we try to do our makeup and our hair. It's like what I really want to tell people is like, listen, please, like this woman has 5 kids and she's a single mom and like her kids aren't eating and they're sleeping on our packing paper. And that's why we're in business. So.
Carmin, how can we partner with Half United to help people in need like Angeline?
Yeah. So, sorry. I mean, obviously obviously I like what I do for a living, right? We've just seen it over and over and over, and we're just so privileged in the United States. Like, we're just so privileged, and what's so great about us in the United States, because we're such hardworking, resilient, driven people, which is so wonderful. We are an incredible group of people, is that unlike other nations, we do have purchasing power, and that's our special gift, and that's our power. And so we can use our power for good. And this is why I think for us, you can we do private label design. So if you want to employ people like Angeline or people in Djibouti in Africa, we can help you with that. We did a project for Wegmans grocery stores where we overhauled the home goods department of 100 different grocery stores. That changes lives, and they did 52 different styles, and we've worked with Whole Foods, we worked with Target, we've worked with Nordstrom, we work with Lord & Taylor. This matters, it really, really matters, because in America we have those purchasing dollars and we can use that as a serious force for good, so long as we know these people and we know their working conditions and they're being paid well. Yeah, and so we would love, I know there's only a couple of us in here today, but we would love if there's any way that you can think about the businesses you run and ways that we could work together to give these people jobs. I can promise you from seeing it that it is the #1 way to fight hunger and poverty, above meals, above mission trips, above anything. If you will teach a person to fish and not just give them a fish, I promise they will keep eating over and over and over, and they don't need you to teach them to fish anymore after that. So, yeah.
So we have given how many meals in the last 13 years?
Yeah, so we've given over 2.5 million meals away, but it was probably about 5 years ago that we realized, like, okay, meals are nice, and they're a nice thing to do, but gainful employment is seriously where it's at, because, and I'll tell you guys a really quick story. Neil, am I over my time? Okay, I'll tell you a quick story. So, in 2018, my brother exited Half United, and he is a phenomenal drummer and went on to become a professional drummer, and so good for him, but he left me with this business, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted to run this company without my wingman with me all the time. And so I went to a trade show in Atlanta, and it was the first time we had gone to Haiti, and we had actually developed leather goods, which I don't have in here, but they're out there. And I developed these samples, but there was no real intent to work with this leather good manufacturing facility. I had just sort of designed these products and thought they were pretty and was kind of like wrestling with the idea of, should Half United sell leather products? So I took this bag to Atlanta market, and I had intended, maybe we'll sell 50 bags, who cares? And what ended up happening was we left market, and I had said, okay, if something miraculous doesn't happen after market, I'm really going to consider if I want to keep doing this without my brother. And so I was like, I need a sign. I need a sign that says I'm supposed to stay in business. So by the end of market, we hadn't sold 50 leather bags. We ended up selling over 1,000 leather bags. And the crappiest, crummiest sample, that I'd never even really intended to make. I just put it in our booth. What ended up happening was for the next few years, we went to Haiti 7 times a year, and we had to increase that 12-man workforce to over 300 people. And it's when we did that I saw healthcare being had. I saw kids going to school, because in Haiti, there's only private school. The government doesn't fund school for the kids. And we saw transportation happening. The mayor would come out and crying and thanking us. And we saw the economy in this small village in Haiti starting to really revive itself. And that's when we knew, okay, I don't need to talk to, a UN scholar. I have seen this, I've experienced it. The best thing that we can do is provide jobs for people in need. And then you see a rapid change, and you see people really rising up and not needing handouts anymore. So, yeah. Okay, well, I got emotional, so we've shared that moment together. Thank you for being here for that. So, hey, there's my friend I met at my hotel last night. He's actually speaking on a panel Tuesday. Okay, all right. So, he's an incredible designer. I looked him up. It's pretty phenomenal. So I have some family connections that work abroad and have helped us find artisans that are in need. We also work with a woman. Actually, you guys should all know this woman. So her name is Annie Oakley Waterman. Remember this name, seriously, and check her out. You're about to die when you look her up. Annie's job is basically to connect brands with artisan sources that are fair trade, CDEX certified, basically that she has checked out. She works with West Elm, she works with Pottery Barn, she works with, everybody. And so 10 years ago, I met Annie, actually also at Atlanta Trade Show, and I was like, I know one day I'm going to work with this woman. And so Annie has been very integral in helping us find sourcing partners and helping us find the right groups. So now we work in all the countries I listed before. We also work in Bangladesh, we work in India, Djibouti, Peru, Lithuania, so yeah. But you have to either have somebody that, like Annie, that's their job to vet these places for you and to connect you with these incredible artisans, or you have to go to these countries, meet the people, spend time with them, spend a week or 2 with them to make sure, day after day you're seeing the same thing and they're not just putting on a show for you, which we've done, many times, yeah. So. All right. Well, so great. Well, this has been a really fun dialogue, and I thank you for the nice things you've said. And let's work together. And I mean, I've skimmed over you guys because you work here and I know you. But if you have questions, no, okay, we're good. Okay. So, all right, Neil. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This has been really fun. Yeah, I'm here a week. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll go over there. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you, guys.